You know what? I just noticed something because I was like, where are the mics? Are the mics like, yo, that's actually pretty cool. This is the UDefine Mic Active. Let's unbox it. Let's take the plastic off. So this is a wireless microphone that can be used with your camera or I believe with a mobile device. We will find out. What's cool about this specific mic is that it says it has lossless sound. So we'll see how that pans out. Okay, this is a fairly affordable mic. I think it retails for $89, but I believe it's on sale for $69. Once we open it, we do have a manual inside over here, and it's just gonna have manual things, of course. I should probably read it so I get an overview of how the product works, but we'll get to it in a minute. I always like to just play with the product and see what I can figure out intuitively to see how easy or difficult it is to use. So once you take it out the box, this is what you see right here. So let's take this piece out. Ooh. All right, so the struggle fest. Let's see. Oh, can't get the mic out. So that is the hardest part about this product, is getting it out the box. Okay, so we have some sort of USB-C to Lightning adapter. All right, I'll leave that here. I think that's gonna come in handy later. All right, so we have this unit here. Let's take this out the plastic. So let's get this out. Boom. This actually looks and feels really nice. The sides are like almost like a glass feel to it. The front has a couple symbols. We see the 1 and the 2, and 2 like symbols for like a phone and a camera. At the top, we have like a power button and also a phone and a camera symbol, some sort of button here, and 3 USB-C ports on the bottom. But it feels really, really nice. We also have these, I guess these are furries for a mic. Another furry in here. Cool, so we have 2 furries, and let's see what's in here. You know what, I just noticed something, because I was like, where are the mics? Are the mics like, yo, that's actually pretty cool. I was just thinking to myself, like, I am not seeing the mics because the mics are part of this square unit. That actually is super cool. So pretty much you just take this little device and just put it in your pocket. Yo, and you have sound? Okay, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued now. That is impressive. I actually quite like that. And when you pull it out, there's a clip on it as well. And there's a button on the side and sort of a microphone slot on top. Let's peel off the blue stickies on the back so that it has the ability to charge at some point. Let's take off this blue sticky as well. Actually really, really like that. That's a nice touch. That's an interesting design. I actually really, really like that design. That's quite nice. All right, let's see what else we have in this pouch. We have a USB-C to 3.5 cable. That's what that is looking like. And we have some sort of clip attachment. Actually, this looks like a cold shoe attachment. So this is probably what you would use to mount it to your camera. We'll try that in a bit. And we have a USB-C to USB-A cable. So your transmitters have a on and off button. That's what that button is on the side. And it looks like it's a multi-function button. So if you press it once, that turns on noise reduction. If you press it twice, that turns on reverb. And if you hit it 3 times, it shuts down, and you long press to turn it on. So they're saying that on this device here, you have a mode key to switch between camera and phone mode. So that's what that button is there on the top to switch between the two. And then the power button turns it on and off. So let's hit the power button to turn this on. So let's try the mobile phone setup first. So let me grab a mobile phone device. I have one right here. And let's see, click the receiver button mode to switch between phone mode. But how do I know which mode I'm in? Okay, I see the symbol here. So if I push this button, the symbol switches between camera and phone. So let's put it on phone for now. Since I'm using a USB-C device, we plug one USB-C portion into here at the bottom, and then the other USB-C portion, let me take this thing out my phone. And it also comes with a lightning adapter as well, in case you have one of those. So let's see if it'll fit with my case on. So let's slide this on. Boom, wow, it fits with my case on. All right, I don't want to use both of these mics, so I'm gonna slip one back in, but I'll take one of these and let's see, let's clip it onto my shirt, I guess, like here. This is a turtleneck, so it's a little tricky. You know what? I'll just hold the mic, old school style. It looks like that's all I have to do to like get it to work with the phone. Let's see if that's true. Put in my passcode, and let's go to the video app on the phone. My screen is a little dusty. Let's fix that. All right, so here we go. We're gonna test this out for the first time, and let's see how it goes. I am testing the Udefine Active mic, and we will see how this sounds. I'll also put my phone down as such and turn away and walk away, going into Chef Boy's office. He's working on some stuff, pretty cool. All right, coming back, and let's see if this sounds good. Here we go. All right, let's play that back and turn the volume up. Fine. Active mic, and we will see how this sounds. I'll also put my phone down as such and turn away and walk away, going into Chef Boy's office. He's working on some stuff, pretty cool. All right, coming back, and let's see if this sounds good. Here we go. Think it actually sounds good. All right, so that's pretty cool. I didn't have to do any crazy pairing, no fancy connections, just right out the gate, this worked. And then let's see, if I do press it one more time, that was with noise cancellation. Interesting. So let's do it again without noise cancellation on. So this is a second test without noise cancellation. Just want to see how that sounds as well. All right, here we go. That should actually sound a lot cleaner then. This is a second test without noise cancellation. Just want to see how that sounds as well. All right, that's pretty cool. This is actually pretty neat, this setup. And there was one other setting that they had, what was it? It was the reverb. So double click the multifunction key. So if I double click it, all right, that brings it to reverb. I don't know what that is or if that changes how it sounds, but we're testing out the double click reverb mode. Let's see what this sounds like. All right, here we go. Let's run that back. We're testing out the double click reverb mode. Let's see what this sounds like. But we're testing out. Okay, that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm not a big sound engineer person, so I don't know why you'd want the reverb, but maybe if you're trying to go, welcome to the Chef Gail channel, and you want some reverb, I mean, hey, you have the feature. That's pretty cool. I'm sure that, somebody out there wants that feature. All right, and if I take out the second one, right, I see it connects. So now we see both of those lit up, which means it is acknowledging both of the mics. So let's do a test. I'm going to give this mic to someone else who didn't expect to be on camera, but we want to test the audio and make sure it works for both people. The way Dubs looked up. All right, so I'm actually going to clip this onto Dubs. Perfect. And I'm going to clip this one onto myself. And then we're for about 10 seconds. Let's talk. Dubs, do your thing. Just talk. Just say anything. All right, we are rolling. I'm talking into my microphone. Dubs is supposed to just say anything, so hopefully he's just saying anything. We'll play it back. we'll make sure we hear both of these.
There's a dude
All right, awesome. Thank you so much. Amazing. Give it up for Dubs, guys. He's so talented. All right, perfect. So now let's go. Let's play back the file. We are rolling. I'm talking into my microphone. Dubs is supposed to just say anything, so hopefully he's just saying anything. This actually sounds really good. Like, it's such a simple and easy setup, and I just like, and hey, when I'm done filming, click, clack. Look at that. That's actually pretty fire. I really do like the footprint of this mic. And if you needed to charge your device, you still could, because there's an additional USB-C port right here on the bottom that you can use to charge your phone while you're using the mic. So that is quite nice. All right, so now for the second test. So this is like an unboxing and the first impressions in one, but so far my first impressions of connecting it to a phone, really easy. I know that there are some other mics when you buy them, they still need to be paired and there's a whole bunch of craziness. This was easy. I did it right here. I unboxed it, you saw me. So I think that's actually pretty nice. For 70 bucks, that's pretty cool. All right, let's try transferring the same setup over to the Sony FX3 and let's see how that's gonna work. So I'm gonna take out this adapter and remind you they have one for Lightning and for USB-C. So no matter which device or which phone you have, you should be covered. Unless you have some micro USB joint. And why do you have that? Upgrade. Okay, here we go. So let me just pop a lens on here. I know I don't need to, but it's just like a camera without a lens is just weird. All right, there we go. This is one of my favorite lenses, by the way. This is the 35 millimeter G Master f1.4. This is my go-to setup for, my go-to lens for interviews. Okay, so it looks like this goes in this adapter here. Oh, wow. I was wondering how hard it was gonna be to get it in there. It just snapped right in. That is quite nice. Okay, I love it. I love it. All right, so now I'm gonna hit the button on top to change the mode. So right now it's in phone mode and I'm gonna push it and it's gonna go to camera mode. Okay, great. So I'm gonna slide this into this cold shoe over here. And it looks like we just take the USB-C cable, plug it into the USB-C port here, and then we find the 3.5 in and boom, plug that in. It should be as simple as that. So let's turn on the Sony FX3. Let's take out one of the mics to get some levels. I will just hold it again. All right, so I'm getting levels on my camera, which is great. I'm actually gonna turn down the levels. It's a bit high for me, so I'm putting it on about 9. 9 feels good. You kind of want the levels to hit -12. So as you can see, we have levels over here. And yeah, let's record to the FX3 and see how that sounds. Right now I do have it in Cine EI. That was the last thing that I was shooting. I am gonna put it in Cinetone just for the ease of editing and matching with the other cameras, which are also in Cinetone. Someone did ask me how I exposed for Cinetone. I usually just try to put the histogram somewhat in the middle, but more towards the brighter side, more towards the right. And then I usually feel good about that. And we have a temperature of 5,000, great. Let's grab the slate because I just want to know for myself that this clip goes with the video that we're shooting now. This is the Tentacle slate, one of my favorite slates because you can put a message on there. So, all right, let's hit the record button on this. So we know that this is also the active mic video. Cool. And then we'll see Brittany, who's filming me. She's looking ever so lovely as always. Okay, so now let's start. Yeah, the mic is, I'm talking into the mic and it's on Brittany. And now I'm gonna put it on myself and flip out the screen. Let's turn off the tracking. But now I am talking into the FX3 myself with the Udefine Mic Active, and I'm very curious to see how this sounds. All right, let's check it out, y'all. All right, and let's cut how it's sounding. I'm talking into the mic, and it's on Brittany. It sounds great. It sounds fantastic, and it looks fantastic too. Okay, so there you have it, guys. This is the Udefine Active mic, a super light mic. I think this thing is really light. I think it's like, I don't even know how light it is. I just know it's super light. Versatile, can switch between the phone and your mirrorless device or any camera that takes a 3.5. It's paired right out the box. It has a nice attachment to connect to the cold shoe. It does reverb. It has noise cancellation. And I just really like the design. That's actually really nice and really cool. And also really cute. I do like really nice, cute things, you know? Well, most of my setups are portable. So if you're looking for an affordable mic to add to your set, this is definitely worth checking out. I am gonna be doing some more comparisons with another Udefine mic as well, so stay tuned for that. Let me know if you have any questions about it, but so far I'm liking it. And we didn't put the furry on, but let's just take a quick look at what that looks like. So it looks like this just snaps over the top like this. That's it, really. Looking good in the neighborhood. Thank you for rocking with me. I am the Chef Gal, and you just got the recipe.